Hey guys, D-Sol back in the Nerd Cave, and I can't believe it's December already. The holiday season is upon us, so now is the time, of course, to watch our favorite holiday movies. And I figured what better time to kind of just show off my collection. I think I did a video like this last year. It was either what I watched over the season or just kind of showing off my collection. So I've added some more since then, but feel free to check that out if you'd like. And before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get more content, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so let's just jump in. First up is something that I can't believe I don't have on any other format. And of course, it's Home Alone. Total classic. I remember getting this VHS and being super excited for it. Just watched this and part 2 with my son on Disney Plus. I know there's a bunch of different editions out there, so I'll get an updated copy or upgraded copy. But for now, this is good, and like I said, we just watched it on Disney Plus. So, okay, and next up, we'll just jump into some. Well, before we get to the DVDs, another older format. This is another one that is on Disney Plus. And they just recently, within the last few months, came out with a 4K steelbook and slip edition of this. And it's The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is my Laserdisc. I don't have it, like I said, on any other format. So I may just watch it on this. Give me a reason to dust off the Laserdisc player and watch that. Okay, next up. Jumping into the DVDs. First one is it was kind of a gag gift. This is actually a Lionsgate release. It's a collection of Lifetime Christmas movies. I thought they were Hallmark, but I guess Lifetime does it too. Collection of Christmas movies. Clearly, it's still in the wrapper. This is a kind of a gag gift to my wife. So yeah, that's that. Next up is a next couple are classics. First one up, Christmas Vacation. I've had this copy forever. I just recently upgraded, so you'll see that later in the stack. But this is the version that I've been watching for years. So National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Love it. I've already watched it this season. Next up, and I haven't watched this yet, but looking forward to it, Elf. This is the Infinifilm collection. I guess this is what New Line Cinema had those releases back in the day. A ton of special features. Just recently upgraded this as well to 4K, but I will be keeping this copy. There we go. Always messing around with the camera. There we go. Next up, Christmas Story. If you want to watch it, you don't have it, it's on 24 hours a day on TBS or TNT on Christmas Day. I've had this forever. Really like the packaging. It's a side slip. I feel like DVD packages were really cool back in the day. They really put like effort into it. Like this would be kind of like a boutique type of release right now. Getting something like this with a side slip. There we go. Some special features. I know there's like an upgraded copy of this, but I'm good with the DVD for now. Next up is something that I watched all the time as a kid. I watch it every year, even though it's not the greatest. It's kind of cheesy, but there's so much nostalgia for this for me. He-Man She-Ra Christmas Special. I absolutely do love it. Another kind of really nice packaging. Another example of really great DVD packaging. Same thing. Side slip. Ton of artwork. Some art cards in here. Really cool collection of stuff in here. That's the He-Man She-Ra Christmas Special. A ton of special features. Really like this release. My kids don't like it. I really wish they did. They never really got into it as much as clearly I did as a kid. But I do still prefer to watch it. on this. I had it, again, that's the wrong, the wrong cover, but He-Man, Xmas. So I absolutely love this. Has all the 80s cartoons on it. I'm sorry, 80s commercials on it. So really love this. It's kind of beat up. I did transfer it to a DVD. There was a time where I had this program where I would transfer things from VHS to DVD. So I have that somewhere as well with the 80s commercials. Okay, next up are a couple of collections. These are a lot of the Rankin and Bass productions. First one up is Santa's Magical Stories. It also has the Grinch. Santa Claus is, I think, yeah, The Year Without Santa Claus. Ton of them here. Bonus special. This is really the reason why I actually got it. Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. Watched that a lot as a kid. I used to love those Rankin and Bass cartoons. And this is actually the second collection. The first collection I picked up years ago was this one, Original Christmas Classics. I know that there's an upgrade to this, either on Blu-ray or 4K. But I'm happy with the DVDs. Comes with 2 different sets. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Little Drummer Boy, and a ton of others. Frosty and Rudolph with some others as well. So I really like this. We'll be watching these this season as well. Next up is the Deluxe Holiday Collection for Peanuts. You have It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and of course a Charlie Brown Christmas. I always forget that I have this. I used to have a different set that was similar to this, where it was 3 different Amores in a box, but then I also have this, so I sold the other one on eBay just for space. But yeah, so I hopefully will crack into that. I always forget that I have it and never do. And last up for DVDs and segueing into the horror is Tales from the Crypt Season 1. And the reason I think a lot of you know why I picked this one is because of this segment right here. It's really great. Christmas Killer Santa. So I would say check this out. This is part of my Tales from the Crypt DVD collection. So here are my DVDs. All right, now pushing everything off to the side, let's jump into the horror collection. First up isn't a Christmas movie. It's actually a Thanksgiving movie, but it's still the holiday season, and it's Blood Rage, Arrow release. Next up, total classic, Gremlins. It's a Christmas movie. We're gonna go into a little bit later about debating what is a Christmas movie and what's not a Christmas movie. But Gremlins is a Christmas movie, and we'll get into that later. But this is the FYE release. I never upgraded to the 4K because I heard it was terrible. So I'm happy with my Blu-ray. Next up, a few Vinegar Syndrome releases. Well, yeah, a couple of them. The first one up is Jack Frost. I think it takes place during Christmas, I'm pretty sure. I watched it last year. If not, it's still a killer snowman, so. And this is not Vinegar Syndrome, but this is the sequel, Jack Frost 2 on MVD. I never got the first one on MVD just because I had the Vinegar Syndrome. Didn't feel like I needed to upgrade it. And this is terrible. This movie is actually really bad. I don't know why it's rated R. I guess maybe because of language, but you don't see any of the kills on screen. So, Jack Frost 2 is terrible. So jumping back into some Vinegar Syndrome, I gotta cover this up a little bit. First up, don't open till Christmas. So I will be watching this on Christmas. Something I picked up about a year ago. So I waited for Christmas to watch that. Next up, Christmas Evil. The Night He Dropped In. This is a really good one. Next up, Deadly Games, Dial Code Santa Claus on 4K. I got this a couple years ago. I've never watched it, so I need to crack this one open and check it out. And last up, we'll be ending the horror with another one that's not a Christmas movie, but again, it's part of the season, and it's New Year's Evil. I just want to apologize if you hear my dog in the background. They keep barking. Anyway, so let's jump into... Oh, wait a minute. I'm not done. Okay, we're not ending with this, but I wanted to end cap it with New Year's Evil, but I kind of screwed up. All right, let's jump into some Scream Factory. 4K, Krampus, The Naughty Cut, Black Christmas. I actually did this video already and realized afterwards that I forgot to include Black Christmas. This is one that it took me, I waited a while to get Black Christmas because I knew that eventually it would go in 4K, so I waited, and luckily it did. So, gotta crack that open. Next up, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. I don't have Part 1. For the same reason, I'm hoping that it comes out in 4K, so I'm going to hold off. But most of Part 1 is in Part 2. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. And lastly, Silent Night, the remake to Silent Night, Deadly Night. Pretty good. It's a very loose remake. The acting is crazy, but it's entertaining. So there are my horror holiday movies. All right, now jumping into some of the holiday classics and some new stuff. First up, again, we'll start with one that's not a Christmas movie, but I love how they advertise this on the slipcover as a Christmas movie, which I think is kind of crazy. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It is a Thanksgiving movie. Says it right here. Trying to get home to Chicago for Thanksgiving. But look what they do in the slipcover. They got presents. They have the red and white pole. It's snowing. There's a candy cane. There's a red and white border. I mean, they're really pushing this. People really just think this is a Christmas movie. It's not. It's Thanksgiving. But it is part of the season, which is why it's on the list. Next up are two that I already showed you, but these are the upgrades. Christmas Vacation and Elf. These were recently on sale, I believe, at Best Buy. They were like $9.99 each. So I went ahead and picked it up. Luckily, I got the slip for Christmas Vacation. It's a newer release, I think. Elf, I didn't, but that's okay. So glad to have that in 4K. I've already watched Christmas Vacation. Looks great. Next up is my favorite. I should have ended with this, but this is my favorite Christmas movie. I'll watch this in July. I don't care. And it's Scrooged. Now, I know there's a 4K out now. But there's this channel I watch, Euphoria Pictures. He has a crazy collection. And he also does some 4K comparison videos. And he compared this Blu-ray to the 4K, and there really wasn't much of a difference. And yeah, I mean, just this being one of my favorite movies may be enough for me to upgrade it. And maybe I will at the price. Well, it's only $19.99, so it's not a terrible price. But I don't really need to upgrade it. I got the digital copy. I have the Blu-ray. Looks great. I also have it. Why did I not pull this out? Do I not have it anymore? Here it is. I also have the DVD. This is what I watched for years. I'm not going to get rid of it because I love this movie. So, but the 4K, not sure if I'm going to upgrade it yet. We'll see. We'll see if it drops down in price. Next up is another one that I watched a lot as a kid. I just picked up, this just came in, actually after I recorded the first video of this. This has come in, so I'm throwing it in. It's Babes in Toyland. Drew Barrymore, Keanu Reeves, Pat Morita as the toy maker. If you've seen this movie, it's crazy. I don't know if it was a TV movie or what. I love it. I watched it so much as a kid. Does it hold up? Not sure. but I watch it every year. So glad to actually have an HD copy of that. It was released by Kino. Kino is having their winter sale right now. I don't think that was included in it, but again, it was a pretty decent price on Amazon. I think it was like $17, something like that. And the way I used to watch it was on this, and I may still watch it. There it is. I used to love. They put the actual amount of hours just to know how much room you had left on the tape. This has all the 80s commercials, so I do love watching that as well, and I also have that on DVD somewhere that I transferred over. Next up, and coming from the producers of the Superman movie, Alexander and Ilya Salkind, is Dudley Moore in the Santa Claus movie. I really wish there was like a Superman cameo. That would have been hysterical. But yeah, I loved this as a kid. Watched it. John Lithgow's in it as the bad guy, and he is such a bad guy in this. He plays such a good bad guy in movies. He's such a likable actor too. Like when he plays good guy, you love him. When he plays bad, you hate him. I'll be definitely watching this season. It is weird. It must be like a Canadian filming. I don't know. No, Santa Monica. I don't know. No, that's where the DVD was printed or Blu-ray was printed. Dude, my dogs are freaking out, and I don't know why. Oh, anyway, Santa Claus movie. Check it out. Next up are copies of the three of the same movies, sort of. First one up is another copy of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Ultimate Edition. Got this on a Black Friday a couple years ago. Really cool slip. Just wanted to have this on Blu-ray. Comes with a ton of special features. Next one up is Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I love this movie. I think it's hysterical. I love that there's a lot of adult humor that goes over kids' heads. So really love this one. Watched it already. We'll watch it again. And yet another Grinch. This is the animated Illumination one. Really have grown to like this one as well. This is a staple. We'll be watching this season as well. Next up is something I will not be watching, but I had to pick it up for nostalgia reasons. It's actually a Shout release, and it's the Pee-wee's Playhouse Christmas Special. R.I.P. Paul Rubens. I watched this last year, and or maybe the year before, whenever I got this, and it's just, it's not great. It's cheesy. It's Pee-wee's Playhouse, but all these special guest stars, who are they? Frankie Avalon. I mean, I know who these are. Charo, Del Rubio triplets, Annette Funicello, however you say it. Shasha Gabor. Listen, like, my kids were like, who are these people? Which is kind of sad, but it's I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another watch, just, because it's Pee-wee, but it's not the greatest. All right, so next up, getting into that debate that I had talked about earlier. What is a Christmas movie? What is not a Christmas movie? Gremlins is a Christmas movie because Gizmo is the Christmas gift. The whole reason for the movie is the dad was getting a Christmas gift for Billy. Gizmo is Billy's Christmas gift. Christmas movie, right? Die Hard. Is that a Christmas movie? Yes, there is a Christmas sweater slip, which would suggest that it is a Christmas movie. However, the slip cover for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles wants you to think it is a Christmas movie as well, which it is not. For the longest time, I've flip-flopped over this. Is this a Christmas movie? Is this not a Christmas movie? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this is a Christmas movie or not? I don't know. It is an action movie that takes place during Christmas. Yes, he's there because it's a Christmas party, right? So maybe taking the same logic as I did before with Gizmo being the Christmas pet. This takes place only because it is a Christmas party. So that's why I flip-flop. And at the same time, so is Die Hard 2 Die Harder a Christmas movie? I think that takes place during Christmas in an airport, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't even think of that. There's no one talking about Die Hard 2. Die Hard, I don't know. I'm flipping back and forth on this. I'm going to say for now it is, but talk to me tomorrow. I'll say it's not. Sorry, can't make a decision. Okay, next up is definitely a Christmas movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's Jingle All The Way. My son loves this movie. He's watched it already. It's got Sinbad. How can you go wrong? Solid Christmas movie. Next up is the Santa Claus collection on Steelbook. Absolutely love this Steelbook. It's got some embossing, debossing. It's got the first 3 movies. Is there a 4th movie? I know there's a series now on Disney Plus. So maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But absolutely love this Steelbook. Next up, this is also another Steelbook. It is my most recent Christmas movie pickup. And this is almost like a Die Hard movie. And I absolutely love it. It is way better than it should have been. And it's Violent Night. I held off a long time picking it up. It came out on Blu-ray, then it came out on 4K, but I had to get this Steelbook, embossing, the border. I mean, this is great. Really, really great. And it's really funny, and the action's great. Yeah, I mean, it is surprisingly good and entertaining. The middle kind of droops a little bit, but the first 5 minutes of this movie is fantastic. It pulls you right in. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It is a new holiday classic, I think. My wife was watching me watch it. She saw a couple scenes and was like, I need to watch that. And she never does that. And finally, we'll be ending with a classic. I always watch this after Christmas, like right before New Year's. And it's A Wonderful Life. Absolutely love this movie. This is a great 4K release. Just love ending the holiday season watching that movie. So here you go, guys. Here is my holiday movie collection. Let me know in the comments below, what do you have in your collection? Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not? Don't listen to what the slip tells you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If I said that already, I'll say it again. And see you guys next time in the Nerd Cave. Oh, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry everything. If you don't believe in shit, who cares? Watch some movies. See you guys next time.